Welcome back to the Educational Highway. Today, we're diving into something that sounds so simple, but is actually one of the most powerful tools we have for connecting with a child, the art of listening. And let me tell you, when you get this right, it can change absolutely everything.
You know, this quote right here, it really flips the script, doesn't it? We spend so much time wondering how to get kids to listen to us, but the real magic, the secret sauce, it all starts when we decide to truly listen to them. And that's not just some feel-good idea, it's a strategy, and the payoff is massive.
Okay, so take a look at this. 6 times. What in the world could that number represent? I mean, in the world of parenting or teaching, what could possibly have a 6-fold impact? Just let that sink in for a second.
And here it is. This is incredible. A study from the journal Pediatrics, a really credible source, found that kids who have a parent who genuinely listens are 6 times more likely to overcome challenges. That's not just a small bump. That is a life-changing difference. The stakes are just wow. This is about building resilience for their entire future.
I think we've all been there, right? You're trying to have a conversation, and it just hits a brick wall. Maybe it's a teenager who gives one-word answers, or a little one who just can't seem to explain what's really going on. So I want to ask you, what's been your biggest communication barrier? Drop it in the comments below. It really helps all of us to see we're not alone in these struggles.
And listen, even though this says Parents Guide, these tools are for everyone. Teachers, coaches, aunts, uncles, really any adult who wants to make a real difference in a kid's life. So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll talk about how to prepare the ground for a real connection. And then, we'll jump into the specific skills for listening with purpose.
All right, first up, Chapter 1, Prepare to Connect. See, before you can have one of those great conversations, you've got to create a space where it can actually happen.
These steps really build on each other, you know? It's a foundation. It starts with just spending time together, making deposits in that trust bank. Then, you tune out distractions. Seriously, put the phone down. Give them your undivided attention. After that, it's about timing. Some conversations just can't happen when everyone's rushing out the door. And if things are heated, calm down. Taking a walk is way better than saying something you'll regret. And it all comes together when you think positive. Focus on their strengths, not just their slip-ups. That's how you build an environment of encouragement.
Okay, Chapter 2, Listen with Intent. The stage is set. Now let's get into the skills you need right there in the moment. This one here is probably the hardest part for us as adults. Our first instinct is to swoop in and be the hero, to solve the problem for them. But listening with intent means you have to resist that urge. Instead, your job is to help them find their own point of view. The goal isn't to give them the answer, it's to give them the confidence to find it themselves. And here are the nuts and bolts of it all. Try to listen at least as much as you speak. Let go of judgment. Show them they're loved no matter what, even if you disagree with the choice. Sometimes you gotta be a bit of a detective and listen for what's not being said. And your body language? It speaks volumes. Making eye contact, uncrossing your arms, it all matters. Don't be afraid to talk about feelings either. That builds their emotional IQ. And remember, nobody's perfect at this overnight. It takes practice, and these skills will make all of your relationships better. So, you do all this work. What's the real reward? Well, it's nothing short of building their brighter future. Let's look at exactly what that means. Just look at this list. This is the why. This is what it's all for. When a child truly feels heard, their self-esteem skyrockets. They learn how to communicate effectively, a skill they will use their entire life. As that study showed, it literally paves the way for a brighter future. And, maybe the best part of all, you build a deeper, stronger, more amazing relationship with them. We've covered a lot. So, let's make this real. My question for you is, which one of these tips are you going to practice this week? Just one. Maybe it's putting your phone away during a conversation. Or maybe it's just practicing not judging for one whole day. Pick one thing and share it in the comments. It's a great way to hold ourselves accountable and cheer each other on. And just as a reminder, all the material in this guide was created by the Educational Highway, carefully researched to help you and the young people in your life thrive. So let's end with this, because this is what it all boils down to. That simple choice to really, truly listen today, well, it's a direct investment in the amazing, confident, and resilient person they're growing up to be. Listen today, and you build their brighter future tomorrow.